Hello class, in this video I'll show you video editing in Microsoft Photos. So Microsoft Photos is a free program that is built in Windows 10. So if you are using Windows system, just go to the application list and you should find Photos. And this is how it looks when you open Microsoft Photos, the interface. And here are the photos and videos I have on this computer. Right. So what I'll do first is click on video editor. So if you can't find it, you should have something like a button says more, and just click on that, and you should have the list, and it includes the video editor. So just click on that, and you'll jump to the video editor. And first thing we'll do is we'll click on new video project. Click on that, and you can name it. So here I'll see video editing, and click on OK. So this creates a new project. Okay, and then we'll add our file here. So here I'll use the assignment from first lesson as example. So if you go to Blackboard under lesson plan, you should find a link for you to download the files. So here are the files, and I'll grab them into Microsoft Photos. And as I drop in the file, as you can see, it imported the videos, but it says it can't add the audio file, which is MP3 file. That is fine because I'm importing files into the video gallery, so definitely it doesn't support audio, the MP3 file. So we'll import the audio file in another way, which is the custom audio. Okay, I'll move on to there later. So for the task, first thing I will do is we'll choose 2 shots from each of the video clips provided and edit them together into a new video with a total runtime of 10 seconds. All right, so let's say this is our first video clip. All right, so we'll extract the 2 clips from it. Let's see how. So first I'll deselect them, and then here's the timeline. As you can see, it has this empty card. Okay, so I'll just drop the first video clip in here, and it has 2 minutes and 2 seconds, and you can preview it here. Okay, and let's say if I want to trim a specific part, and what you'll need to do is right click on it and select trim. Okay, since I'm record the interface of Microsoft Photos, and it may not show the menu, so if you right click, you should find a option for you to trim. So select the trim, and then you'll enter this window, right? And here you got 2 sliders that you can trim any part of the video. Let's see if I preview this video, and let's see, you can jump to different part. And if I want this part, I can stop my current time at here and bring the first slider to here. See, it snaps to my current time, and then I continue play. Oops, it's too much. And maybe stop at here. So I'll bring the second slider back to here. So it says this part has 4 seconds. So I'll click down when you finish the trim. So now it is 4.6 seconds for the first clip. And then we'll bring the first video clip in the second video card, and we'll trim the second clip. So same thing, right click and go to trim. And this time, let's see, and we'll get this part. Okay, so trim to here and click on play and see how long you would want before it ends here. Alright, so we'll trim it here, and then it goes earlier, and then done. So now we have 2 clips. Okay, so now we can bring this second video clip in here, and we'll just follow the same procedure. Right click and go to trim, and let's see, I want this part. Oops. Let's say if I want this part, I'll trim it to here. And
earthquake struck Los Angeles, causing massive power outages across the
and I would like to trim it to here. And when you're finished, just click on done. Okay, and then bring it to the timeline again, and we'll trim the fourth clip. For the fourth clip, let's see. I'll get this one. So trim from here, and maybe
first time.
And to here. Alright, we finish, just click on done. So now we get all 4 clips. And here's the timeline of the whole project. As you can see, it has 16 seconds in total. So in the first assignment, I set a total runtime of 10 seconds. So it can be approximately 10 seconds. So if you go a little bit over, that's fine. But let's say if you are doing a commercial project and your customer requires you to provide a 10 seconds of video, right? In that scenario, we have to make it accurate. So we can go back to the second clip, and I can trim it a little bit. So now I put it to 3 seconds, and first one as well, I can trim it a little bit. Okay, now it's 11 seconds. Alright, so now I get a 10 seconds of video. So next step, let's see, mute the original soundtrack in the video and use the audio provided as the background music.
Struck Los Angeles,
as you can see, each video has a soundtrack, right? So in most of the scenario, when you film a sequence of footages, you would like to keep the original soundtrack in the video, right? Because you filmed the environment with the sound, with the dialogue. But in some cases, if you don't like the soundtrack, you would mute that and replace it with a voiceover or something, right? So that's why I put this requirement. So let's see how we can do that. If you select each of the clip, you can right click and go to volume. The menu doesn't show in the recording, but if you right click, you should see an option for volume, and select that, and you'll be able to bring it down to 0, right? And you can also just click on the right bottom corner of each video icon, and you'll be able to control the volume. So just bring the volume to the bottom, you'll mute them. Alright, so now if I play the whole thing, as you can see, there's no sound at all. Okay, now next step, we'll put a music track for all the videos. So first, because for the music we put in, we would like to cover the whole thing, right? So it will be the best if you select the first video. And in that way, you'll bring your current timeline back to 0 second, the beginning. Or you can just go here, the timeline, which is the whole project. Just bring your current time to 0. And then you can go to custom audio. Okay, don't go to the background music, because background music, you could only add the background music that the program provided. You cannot add custom music. So to add your own music or voice, you have to go to here, the custom audio. And here first we'll add a music track. Click on here. It is the music, right? Audio track. Add it in here. And as you can see, it covers the whole thing, the whole project we have. If you only want to cover a specific part, and you can just crop. Alright, but I want to cover the whole thing. And when you finish, just click on done. And now if you play, it'll play the project with the music we added. right? Okay, so if you're doing the first assignment at this step, you are finished and you can export your project and submit the video. However, I want to show you some extra thing. So as I said, in some cases you would like to add voiceover or voice commentary, right? So how can we do that? We already add a background music for the video. So if you get voice, you can also go here, custom audio, and click on add audio file. And here I recorded a voice, just for example, right? And click on open. So here it is. It only has 4 seconds, so it could only cover a part of the project. Okay, and that's it. So it only have 4 seconds, so it only covered a part. And when we finished, just click on done. And then when you bring our timeline back to 0, and if we play, hello, this is voiceover for DK 251. Right, that's how it looks. And if you are not satisfied with the volume, you can go back to custom audio and change the volume of each soundtrack. Cool. That's pretty much of everything. So now we can export the video. So go to the right top corner and click on finish video. And for the video quality, you can just keep as a default, which is HD 1080. Okay, so when you film any project on your camera or on your phone, make sure you set your video setting as 1920 times 1080. So that is the HD 1080 setting, right? And frame rate, you can do either 30 frames per second or 24 frames per second. Both of the frame rates is for film, right? So when you film your project, if you get the correct setting for your video, and then here you shouldn't worry about anything. Just keep as default, right? And then you can just click on export and export your file to a specified location. And here we go. Alright, so that's how you can do video editing in Microsoft Photos. And it is a free program and it is very easy to use compared to Premiere. Right, this is not as professional as Premiere, but it is much easier for beginner to use. And it's totally enough for us to do our course project.